Well, how old is he?
Oh, last time I seen him, he was a...
The casting process for The Rifleman, a 1958 TV series, was thorough and thoughtful. Chuck Connors was an obvious choice for the lead role of Lucas McCain, a widowed Civil War veteran, due to his athletic background and previous acting experience. Producers were impressed by his intensity and authenticity during the audition. For the role of Mark McCain, Lucas' son, producers sought a young actor with maturity and the ability to portray a range of emotions. Johnny Crawford, a former child actor and Mouseketeer, was ultimately cast. His chemistry with Connors during the audition process solidified his selection. Paul Fix, who played the recurring role of Marshal Micah Torrance, was a friend of John Wayne and had previously worked with Connors. His experience and rapport with the lead actor made him a natural fit for the role. The chemistry between the actors was pivotal in the casting process. Producers looked for not only acting ability, but also the ability for the actors to work well together. This was particularly important for the relationship between Lucas and Mark McCain, as their bond was the heart of the show. Auditions for The Rifleman were held in the traditional manner, with actors performing scenes from the script. However, the producers also placed a strong emphasis on chemistry tests, where they observed how well the actors worked together. These tests helped them determine which actors had the right dynamic for the show. In conclusion, the casting process for The Rifleman was a careful selection of actors based on their talent, chemistry, and ability to portray the complex relationships of the characters. The result was a compelling and enduring TV series that has remained a classic in American television. The Rifleman, a 1958 TV series, was brought to life by director Arthur Hiller. Known for his subtle and realistic approach, Hiller focused on character development and interpersonal relationships. He was influenced by Italian neorealism, which emphasized authenticity in everyday life. Hiller's style was understated, favoring natural performances over histrionics. He worked closely with the cast, particularly Chuck Connors, who played Lucas McCain, to ensure performances were grounded and believable. Hiller's collaborative approach extended to the crew as well, fostering a creative environment that allowed for organic storytelling. Hiller's vision for The Rifleman was to create a Western that focused on morality and family values rather than the violence typical of the genre. He achieved this by emphasizing the relationship between Lucas McCain and his son, Mark, in each episode. This unique approach set The Rifleman apart from other Westerns of the time. In terms of visual style, Hiller preferred long shots and wide angles to capture the vastness of the American West. He also used close-ups to highlight the emotional depth of the characters. This combination of visual techniques contributed to the show's distinctive look and feel. In summary, Arthur Hiller's directorial vision for The Rifleman was characterized by a focus on character development, understated performances, and a unique blend of visual techniques. His approach to storytelling, influenced by Italian neorealism, set the show apart from other Westerns of the time and has endured in its popularity.
Get that saloon down there tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock and be wearing that badge.
The Rifleman is a classic 1958 TV series that starred Chuck Connors as Lucas McCain, a widowed farmer who uses his sharpshooting skills to protect his son and town. Here are some interesting facts about the show. Lucas McCain's rifle, a Winchester Model 1892, could fire up to 12 rounds per minute, which was quite impressive for its time. Connors was actually a former professional baseball player before becoming an actor. The show was one of the first to tackle social issues such as racism, anti-Semitism, and gun control. The Rifleman's enduring qualities include its timeless themes of family, morality, and justice. Its simple yet powerful storytelling has made it a beloved classic that continues to be watched and appreciated today. Do you have a favorite memory or personal experience related to The Rifleman? We'd love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below. And stay tuned for some funny, shocking, and sad facts about The Rifleman that you might not know.
Excuse me.
The Rifleman, a popular 1958 TV series, was filmed primarily in Hollywood with some exterior scenes shot in Santa Clarita, California. The sets were designed to recreate the look and feel of North Fork, a fictional town in the Wakadiner Natives' American West. The main set, Lucas McCain's ranch house, was built on a backlot at DeZillu Studios. It was constructed to be a practical set, meaning it was a fully functional building with walls, floors, and a roof. This allowed the cast and crew to film inside the house, providing more realistic scenes. The show's production team also built several exterior sets, including the North Fork Town Square and the local saloon. These sets were designed to be versatile and reusable, with different storefronts and facades that could be changed to represent various locations. One of the logistical challenges of filming The Rifleman was the use of pyrotechnics and gunfire in many scenes. The production team had to take extra precautions to ensure the safety of the cast and crew. They also had to work closely with the local fire department to obtain permits and follow strict guidelines for using explosives and firearms on set. To film the action scenes, the production team employed innovative techniques and technologies. They used a camera rig called the Action Central to capture fast-paced action shots. This rig allowed the camera to move smoothly and quickly, following the actors as they moved around the set. Another innovative technique used in The Rifleman was the use of forced perspective to create the illusion of depth and distance. This technique involved placing objects or set pieces at varying distances from the camera to make them appear larger or smaller than they actually were. Overall, the production of The Rifleman required careful planning, attention to detail, and the use of innovative techniques and technologies to create a realistic and engaging depiction of life in the American West. The Rifleman, a popular 1958 TV series, features Chuck Connors as Lucas McCain, a widowed farmer and single father to his son, Mark McCain, played by Johnny Crawford. While I enjoyed the show, I found the portrayal of Mark as overly dependent on his father a bit unconvincing. The frequent scenes of Mark jumping into his father's arms, even as he grew older, were hard to believe. One highlight of the series for me were the 5 episodes featuring Richard Anderson. I would be curious to know how many times Lucas McCain was knocked unconscious during the show's run, as it seemed to happen quite often. The Rifleman holds up well upon rewatch, and I've recently rediscovered it on retro TV. The acting, particularly by Connors, Fix, Crawford, and the guest stars, is excellent. The show's simple premise of a father and son living in the American West is deceptively versatile, allowing for a range of interesting and occasionally historic stories with eclectic characters. Despite the occasional violence, The Rifleman imparts valuable lessons about right and wrong, with a warmth that is palpable in the interactions between the main characters. While some may dismiss it as outdated or too violent, I believe it is a testament to the power of family entertainment and a worthy example of Americana. It's unfortunate that this type of programming has largely disappeared from our screens, replaced with content that is often criticized for its negative impact on audiences. The Rifleman remains a timeless classic that continues to resonate with viewers today.
Well, he sure picked a winner in old Jackford. Yeah.
The creation of a musical score and soundtrack is a crucial aspect of filmmaking, as it helps to enhance the narrative and emotional tone of the production. In the case of the 1958 TV series The Rifleman, the music played a significant role in setting the mood for each episode. The show's score was composed by Herschel Burt Gilbert, who was an accomplished musician with a background in classical music. He used a variety of instruments, including strings, brass, and percussion, to create a unique sound for the series. The music was often sparse, with simple melodies that allowed the actors' performances to take center stage. One of the most memorable aspects of the Rifleman score was the use of a solo guitar, which was played by legendary session musician Tommy Tedesco. The guitar provided a distinctive sound that became synonymous with the show, and it was used to great effect in many of the series' most emotional moments. In addition to the score, The Rifleman also featured a number of popular songs from the era, which were used to help set the scene and establish the show's Western setting. These songs were carefully selected to complement the narrative and emotional tone of each episode, and they helped to create a rich and immersive audio-visual experience for viewers. Overall, the music in The Rifleman was an essential part of the show's success, and it continues to be celebrated by fans and musicians alike. The score and soundtrack were the result of careful planning and execution by a team of talented composers and musicians who worked together to create a unique and memorable sound for the series. Jack Crushen holds a unique place in cinema history, having been killed by Martians in not one, but two different movies. His roles in The War of the Worlds and The Angry Red Planet are memorable for this reason. Moving on to The Rifleman, Sammy Davis Jr. made an appearance in Season 4 as Outlaw Tip Corey. Davis showcased his impressive gun skills, including quick draws and twirling actions, which were all performed by him and left the cast and crew in awe. In the pilot episode of The Rifleman, which was directed by Sam Peckinpah but not originally aired, Chuck Connor's character was named John McCain and did not have a son. It was producer Arnold Lavin's idea to make McCain a widower with a son, and to have him use a customized Winchester rifle as his weapon of choice, rather than a pistol. One of the most iconic scenes in The Rifleman is from the episode The Wyatt Earp Story. In this scene, Lucas McCain has a showdown with outlaw Dave Rudabaugh. The tension is palpable as the two face off, the camera focusing on their intense expressions and steady hands. Director Joseph H. Lewis expertly builds suspense through the use of close-ups and tight framing. The muted color palette and quiet sound design further emphasize the gravity of the situation. Connor's performance is noteworthy as he conveys McCain's determination and resolve without uttering a word. According to Connors, that scene was all about the build-up. It was about the anticipation of what was going to happen. And Joe did a fantastic job of creating that tension. Another iconic scene is from the episode The Sheridan Story. In this scene, McCain must protect his son Mark from an attacking mountain lion. The camera work is dynamic, with quick cuts and close-ups capturing the intensity of the fight. Cinematographer Frank Phillips recalls, "We wanted to create a sense of urgency and danger." The close-ups of the mountain lion's eyes and the sound effects really added to that feeling. Connor's performance is once again noteworthy as he displays both physical prowess and emotional vulnerability. "I was really proud of that scene," Connor said. "It was a chance to show a different side of Lucas McCain as a protective father." These iconic scenes have had a lasting impact on audiences, showcasing the show's impressive production values and compelling performances. They have become emblematic of the Rifleman's enduring legacy in television history.
It's over and done with now, Mark. Why so glum?
Lucas McCain, the main character of The Rifleman, was recognized as one of the greatest TV dads, ranking 32nd in TV Guide's list. His use of the rifle was primarily for protecting himself and others rather than hunting animals, despite his initial statement in the first season. Edgar Buchanan, who played Marshal Micah Torrance in The Rifleman, had a notable collaboration with Glenn Ford, appearing together in 13 films. Their on-screen partnership spanned several years, with their last film together being The Marshal of Madrid in 1971. In summary, Lucas McCain's character in The Rifleman was a notable figure in television history, and Edgar Buchanan's contributions to film extended beyond the show, with a significant collaboration with Glenn Ford.
Sure figured wrong. Anyhow.
The Rifleman, a 1958 TV series, left a significant cultural and social impact on its audiences. The show, which followed the story of a widowed rancher and his son, resonated with viewers due to its unique blend of Western action and family drama. It became a hit, not only in the United States, but also in other parts of the world. The Rifleman is often credited with influencing pop culture, particularly in the way it portrayed the relationship between a single father and his son. The show's protagonist, Lucas McCain, was a positive role model who embodied strength, responsibility, and love for his family. This portrayal was a departure from the typical rugged, lone cowboy stereotype prevalent in many westerns of the time. Moreover, The Rifleman contributed to discussions on relevant social and cultural themes. For instance, it addressed issues of morality, justice, and the importance of nonviolent conflict resolution. The show also tackled topics such as racism and prejudice, which were particularly relevant during the civil rights movement in the United States. The Rifleman's impact can still be felt today as it continues to be celebrated for its groundbreaking storytelling and character development. The show's enduring legacy is a testament to its ability to resonate with audiences across generations and cultures. The character of Doc Burrage in The Rifleman was portrayed by various actors throughout the series, with some actors playing different roles in the same season. John Anderson stands out for his 11 appearances as a unique character, often as an antagonist. Glenn Strange, another notable actor, was one of the first to be considered for the role of the creature in Creature from the Black Lagoon. He also made appearances in The Rifleman. John Milford comes in second for unique roles, with a total of 10, though he appeared twice as the same character. In The Rifleman, Strange and Milford, along with other actors, contributed to the show's diverse cast and compelling storylines.
He's too old for you, Nancy. Besides, you don't know anything about him.
I've grown up, Uncle Fred.
Well, I'm not arguing.
The Rifleman, a 1958 TV series, received positive reviews from critics and audiences alike. The show's unique storytelling, focusing on a single father and his son in the American West, was praised for its depth and emotional resonance. Chuck Connors, who played the lead role of Lucas McCain, was highly appreciated for his performance. The New York Times noted Connors' quiet and easy authority in the role. The show's impressive production values, particularly its high-quality special effects and realistic settings, were also highlighted. The Rifleman's innovative use of slow-motion photography during shooting sequences was particularly praised. In terms of awards, The Rifleman was nominated for 4 Emmy Awards in its first season, including Outstanding Dramatic Series and Outstanding Actor in a Leading Role for Chuck Connors. While it didn't win in these categories, the nominations themselves were a testament to the show's quality and impact. The Rifleman's accolades are significant for those involved in the series, as they reflect the show's success in a competitive television landscape. The positive reception from critics and audiences alike would have boosted the morale of the cast and crew, and the Emmy nominations would have further validated their hard work and dedication. Overall, The Rifleman's critical reception and awards are a reflection of the show's enduring appeal and its impact on the television industry. The show's innovative storytelling, high-quality production, and strong performances continue to be celebrated and appreciated by audiences today.
Suppose, Hattie.
I'm a woman, Lucas. Don't you talk to me about principles. Principles never tucked a boy into bed.
Chuck Connors, known for his role in The Rifleman, had a real-life interest in rifles, which was reflected in his character's use of various firearms in the show. Interestingly, his character, Lucas McCain, displayed ambidextrous abilities with the rifle, handling and firing it with equal precision with both hands, with no explanation given for this trait. Warren Oates, who also appeared in The Rifleman, has an impressive filmography, with 5 of his films selected for the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress for their cultural, historical, or aesthetic significance. These films include Ride the High Country, In the Heat of the Night, The Wild Bunch, 2-Lane Blacktop, and Badlands. The Rifleman's Lucas McCain's ambidextrous abilities with the rifle remain unexplained, adding an intriguing layer to the character's persona. Meanwhile, Warren Oates' contributions to significant films in American cinema further highlight his versatile acting talent.
What are you going to do with him, McCain?
He's not only a drunk, he's a killer.
Just a minute.
The Rifleman, a popular 1958 TV series, had its fair share of memorable moments during production. Chuck Connors, who played Lucas McCain, was known for his strong personality and sometimes clashed with the show's producers. In one instant, Connors insisted on performing a particularly dangerous stunt himself, despite the producers' concerns. This incident led to a tense standoff, but Connors eventually won out, performing the stunt to the satisfaction of the crew, if not the producers. Johnny Crawford, who played McCain's son, Mark, was only 12 years old when the show began filming. Despite his youth, Crawford quickly became a favorite among the cast and crew, and his talent for acting was evident even at a young age. However, Crawford's inexperience sometimes led to unexpected delays in filming. In one episode, Crawford accidentally knocked over a prop table during a scene, causing a minor setback as the crew had to reset the shot. The show's iconic rifle, a Winchester Model 18892, was a crucial part of the series. The prop department took great care in maintaining the rifle, and it became almost a character in its own right. However, there were times when the rifle malfunctioned or was misplaced, causing delays in filming. In one episode, the rifle was accidentally left at the studio on a weekend, forcing the crew to scramble to find a replacement before shooting resumed. Despite these challenges, the cast and crew of the Rifleman developed a strong bond during the show's production. They often spent long hours together on set, and the camaraderie that developed was evident both on and off screen. The show's success was due in large part to the dedication and hard work of the entire cast and crew, and their behind-the-scenes anecdotes offer a fascinating glimpse into the making of this classic TV series.
Good morning, son.
Morning.
Say, is that fresh coffee I smell?
What you got into?
Dennis Hopper appeared in the first and fifth episodes of The Rifleman, playing different characters. After the show, Chuck Connors became a spokesperson for the United States Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. He was already well known for his role as Lucas McCain in The Rifleman. Denver Pyle, who played a recurring character on The Rifleman, later became famous for his role as Uncle Jesse Duke on The Dukes of Hazzard.
See faces in the dark. I don't even know who they are, but I can tell from the way they look at me that I killed them.
The Rifleman, a 1958 TV series, holds a significant place in film history. It was one of the first shows to feature a widowed parent and a child, which set a precedent for future family-centric series. The show's unique blend of Western action and family drama was a novel concept at the time, and it paved the way for similar series in the following decades. The Rifleman's impact on filmmaking is evident in its innovative use of narrative and visual techniques. The show was one of the first to use a recurring theme song and opening sequence, a technique that has since become a staple in television. Additionally, the show's use of slow-motion sequences and dramatic close-ups was groundbreaking for its time and has influenced many filmmakers since. The Rifleman has inspired numerous subsequent works, both directly and indirectly. The show's focus on a father-son relationship and the use of a rifle as a symbol of protection and provider have been replicated in various forms of media. For instance, the popular 1990s TV series, The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. was heavily influenced by The Rifleman, featuring a similar blend of Western action and humor. Moreover, The Rifleman's influence can be seen in modern films and TV shows that explore the themes of family, morality, and the struggle for justice in the Wild West. The show's legacy continues to resonate with audiences today, making it a timeless classic in the world of television.
Hankering to sit on a buckskin horse. But I do say that the man...
Patricia Blair, who played Lou Mallory in The Rifleman, was married to land developer Martin Colbert. They once resided on a 60-foot powerboat named Don Juan at the Playa del Rey Marina in California. In Luca's home, the items hanging over the fireplace vary. An Indian blanket is initially displayed, followed by cattle horns, then both cattle horns and an antique rifle, and finally just the antique rifle. Lucas, portrayed by Chuck Connors, was rarely seen smoking cigarettes, but often smoked cigars throughout the series. In the classic TV series, The Rifleman, two actors, Edgar Buchanan and Reese Williams, took on the role of Doc Burrage. Warren Oates, who also appeared in The Rifleman, co-starred in 3 films with Peter Fonda. Glenn Strange, another actor from The Rifleman, was a member of the Arizona Wranglers, a cowboy singing group. Beyond his acting career, Strange was also a musician.
Thank you, Mike.
Johnny Crawford, who would later star in The Rifleman, was already a fan of Chuck Connors before being cast in the series, having watched Connors' baseball games. Warren Oates, another actor in the show, had romantic relationships with both Millie Perkins during the filming of The Shooting and Lee Purcell during Kid Blue. Lucas McCain, the main character played by Connors, had a military background as a lieutenant in the 11th Indiana Infantry Regiment and received a battlefield commission at the Battle of Five Forks towards the end of the American Civil War.
His boy liked to kill my Noah.
He tried to hurt Mark.
No.
War Notes, a name that became the title of a song by Dave Graney and the Coral Snakes in 1994, is linked to the Rifleman through the character Lucas McCain, portrayed by Chuck Connors. The rifle used by McCain in the series was an 188 92 44-40 Winchester. Connors, best known for his role in The Rifleman, left the show after its 5th season due to his and co-star Johnny Crawford's desire to pursue other projects. Despite the show's cancellation, their friendship endured. As a young boy, Crawford, like Connors, was an avid baseball fan and often brought his baseball equipment to filming locations.
We can leave any time now.
Why split it 3 ways?
If you have memories and experiences related to the 1958 TV series The Rifleman, please share them with us. We'd love to hear how this classic show impacted you personally or influenced your perspective on cinema. By engaging with us through likes, shares, and subscriptions, you'll help us create a community of cinema enthusiasts exploring the world of classic television together. Your stories and insights are invaluable to us, so don't hesitate to contribute to the conversation. Let's celebrate the enduring legacy of The Rifleman together.
But if Tanner wants to advance his time and material just on the chance that we'll be needing his gallows, is not...